Welcome back to this week's travel in Vietnam. So, if you remember from last episode, we went straight after New Year's to Nha Trang. This was my first hotel room in the Libra Hotel Nha Trang. And Nha Trang, it's a quite lively coastal city. I started the day by going to the market because I needed to buy a towel and some shoes and the other stuff I left in the train when I was hungover. And the markets of Nha Trang is just like most of the markets in the touristic cities of Vietnam. So you have everything from food, fake goods, replicas, to toilets and satellite dishes. So this is the biggest market in Nha Trang. And I decided to just have a little look around before buying my essentials. And the main reason I booked the hotel was, of course, that they do have a karom and a pool table. So I think it's the only time I've been able to play pool and then go straight out into the pool to swim. Quite a place. It's a four-star hotel. I paid about $32 a night. Quite happy with that, and ended up staying longer than I planned because of the nice vibes. Always helps with the pool bar as well, close to the swimming pool and the billiards pool tables. So it was quite the time to be in Vietnam during the Asian Cup. Tried some dim sum in Nha Trang. Honestly, did not impress after China. But the Trump Hotel, that shows some balls, I gotta say. And people might be wondering why I'm showing so many different pool halls. And before I went to Asia, I tried to figure out what was going to be my thing to go out of the hotel and try to meet the locals. So everywhere I travel, I try to have somewhere I can try and actually meet some locals, talk to them, interact. And in Asia, I found out that snooker and pool is probably one of the easiest ways to actually get to meet locals and to traverse the cities and get to see other parts than what the tourists usually do. And you can't go to Nha Trang without enjoying the insane beach. It's what it's most famous for, so it's called Tram Beach. It's about 6 kilometers long, and most of the hotels are on the beach strip. So every night I would go down there, have a beer, have a cigarette, and just enjoy the tranquil life of Vietnam. And everywhere in Vietnam, you will see monuments like this for the American War, as they call it here. I decided to take some spa and relaxation, so I went to the I resort to have a mud bath. I did not bring my phone or camera inside, but I will show you a illustration picture of how it is. This is the entrance. So it's on the outskirts of town. You can take a grab there. It's way cheaper than to do any of the shuttle transfers. So these are the kind of mud bath pools. So they are, of course, man-made. This is not a natural thing, but it's really nice and you feel so cleanly. When I got back to the hotel after a couple of hours, I got upgraded to a room with a view. So that was quite nice, and I decided to take my time and just chill. And so, as you can see, Nha Trang, it's actually quite decent sized, but it's the beachfront that lures the tourists here. Of course, the obligatory banh mi, and then it was time to try some soju. I have not gotten a good taste of it yet, though. And with the world's worst timing, I managed to break a tooth. So, as you can see here, that's the part of my tooth. I had to go to see an emergency dentist here in Nha Trang. Thankfully, they are quite good. And now the day has come to go and visit the Cham Tower. So the Po Nagar Cham Towers are from the 8th century, and they are some of the most important remaining Cham Hindu temples in Vietnam. They do look quite impressive from a distance and also up close. It was not expensive to go inside and quite a chill day to explore. Not such a big place, but you can manage to take it all in, I think, in an hour, 1.5. Some delectable views from up here. And to imagine this temple is way over 1,000 years old, it's quite humbling to walk around here. Of course, to enter any of the temples, you are obliged to take off your shoes before you enter. So I hope this is like just a tiny taste of how Angkor Wat will feel. And one thing you really got to love here in Vietnam is many of the outdoor museums and sites. They do sell tiger beer, so you can have a nice little break. There's never a wrong time for a tiger. After I was done exploring the Po Nagar Cham Towers, I decided to just take a long walk, see how far I was willing to walk to explore these more outer parts of the city where there's way fewer tourists. You could see it on the prices in the markets, of course, but also it was nice to get a peek of their life. And I ended up going to a pool hall, as usual. Some cool graffiti in Nha Trang though, and the best sunsets. So on my last day in Nha Trang before leaving for Saigon again and then Cambodia, uh, I decided to chill a little in the park after checking out from the hotel. My train didn't leave until quite late in the evening, so found a pool hall. They served food, drinks, smoking inside as usual, and they had nice music playing. So decided to stay there until I could go on my train. Vamonos, time to go. Since I was reaching Saigon at like I think 4 or 4:30 in the morning, all I could really try and do to save some money was to try and find a pool hall. This pool hall was quite nice, but after about 2 hours, some really, I would say, dodgy characters showed up. So as soon as my favorite club opened, I went there to have my breakfast and wait for the hotel check-in. Or not hotel actually. Now we're saving money, so the hostel, as you can see here. After traveling for 1.5 months, you have to adjust your budget. So in Saigon, we went for the hostel. Quite nice location though, really close to like the, I would say, punk skate shop on the other side of the street. Some nice Vietnamese coffee, some nice bowls of food. As you can see, like a fighting rooster in a cage in the back alley. Would definitely advise. In Saigon, it's quite nice hostel vibes. So don't be afraid of it. Find a social one and go crazy. always banned me to start the day. And today we're going to the art museum of Ho Chi Minh to see some revolutionary art. It's not the biggest museum, but honestly, several of the paintings were so touching. Like this one, I had to be there for quite some time to really take in. Of course, it's a main emphasis on pictures being made during the war. Starting to act like a local, sitting inside. Here, I think for a bear and this bowl of food, I think I paid like $2, $3. And then I went to the oldest cafe in all of Ho Chi Minh. They're famous, but honestly, it's quite far from the central. I would just go for any other place next time. But it did leave me in a neighborhood I had not explored yet, so I decided to explore. They had quite nice markets, and I found a really local and semi-dodgy but cool pool hall to play a little in and prepare, buy the last things before the travel onwards to Cambodia.
Số chưa? Nạp.
So thanks for all the support, guys. I hope you will follow me through the year and see the growth and the crazy new travels that will be happening now in 2026. And if you haven't, of course, subscribe or like or do what you'd like.